And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes a guest. He's a writer and producer who's working on his follow-up to his book about the American Constitution. This one will be all about his own morning constitution. It's Ben Sheehan. And she's a comedian, actress, and writer who is mere moments away from giving Chooch a new baby brother. It's Jackie Johnson. Tone Zone is here to do his part to help Ukraine by establishing a no-robe zone over his apartment. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her the good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little Goldenberg peanut chews. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon by Lauren Kelly, and she put in parentheses that it is a Pennsylvania vegan candy. And if I remember correctly, back in the in-person days, we did that one as a snack chat. Jeff Fox brought it in. It was good, but I made a comment about how I think I would like it better if it were milk chocolate instead of dark chocolate. And that curried me no favor with everyone who's all about dark chocolate these days. But anyway, thank you for sending that in. And yes, I am on Patreon. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. Bonus episodes on Friend Zone. You can see the video of what we are recording right now. And one of our guests is quite pregnant. And we just got a very exciting, kinetic, dynamic, seductive, and evocative dance where we got to see the bump, and there's so much more baby than there was last time, and we're going to get to the bottom of all of that. Also, my husband's hair, there's like a hair reveal that, oh my God, it just got revealed. I mean, you're missing out. If you're only hearing this, you're only hearing this. There's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back. I mean, so much fun stuff. And if you sign up for a year, you get 2 months free. So 12 months for the price of 10. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. And by the way, I don't like that I start with the hard sell for Patreon, and yet I do it every time. I need to move this to somewhere else in the show. But I'm not going to. Okay. I am very excited to welcome these guests. Tony, are you laughing at the way that everything is just falling apart lately and I'm just letting it just crumble around me?
No, I was thinking of something that happened earlier today.
Remembering a funny episode of Sesame Street you saw?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Don't get me started.
Very excited to welcome back to the show, Jackie Johnson. Hello. I know I welcomed you back right when you have a sip of some kind of frosty beverage.
I'm drinking a smoothie.
Oh.
And the other guest on today's show is also drinking a smoothie because he made both of our smoothies. As you know, you got to get that protein in when you preg, hon.
Yeah.
Wow.
We should just say that the other guest is your husband, Ben Sheehan, because otherwise what a coincidence that the other guest made you a smoothie and you guys are both on the show and you're both needing to get in the protein.
Yeah, you've got on a hot couple today.
I know. 2 couples.
Live from the other side of the house. We're right across the hall from each other.
And it's amazing.
I can hear everything on a very slight delay.
I can't hear you.
Can open the door.
That's okay. It's best for us to not hear. That's the point, hon.
Yeah, it might just get confusing. Like Daniel and I think we should drill down, and I think that we should include a schematic with this episode. We are like 70 feet from each other. I'm actually in a structure outside, so we are not hearing each other. But I imagine it could. Anyway, enough of all that. Welcome to the show. You are rocking a more bold red lip than I normally see you in. I like it. It matches your sweatshirt.
Yeah, I don't normally wear a red lip, but I was trying Gwen Stefani's new makeup line.
Oh, right. I saw you post this on Instagram.
And I just put it on, and here it is.
Here it is. Well, we'll get into
it. Just means just Coming in hot with the drops, Tone Zone.
Jackie, I almost sent this to you, and I don't know what stopped me. I asked Elliot to say, "I look snatched, honey." And he did. And then I almost sent it to you, but it was like early in the morning. But anyway, I do have a video of my son saying this.
I need that.
I know you do. Ben, hello. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me back. It's very exciting to be here.
Yeah. How's your smoothie?
It's delicious. I have a different flavor, matcha latte.
Oh, what'd you make, Jackie? So you're doing dual smoothies.
Different rooms, different smoothies.
Wow. But one blender, or is it a two blender
One
household?
blender.
Oh
Two
my
smoothies,
God.
One blender.
Wow. I mean, that's a commitment because there's like a rinse out happening probably.
Yeah.
What a
That's
commitment.
the only step between them.
I bet you didn't know. Yeah, there's so much more we could talk about, but I'm just going to talk about this. Anyway, it's so exciting. I'm so excited to see you guys. We have so much to talk about. Daniel, hello and welcome.
Hello. Pleasure to be here.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
Yeah. That's how I
If
feel.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You admitted that you had some anxiety earlier.
Yep. Sometimes these days I just get hit with anxiety and I don't know where it's coming from, why I'm feeling it. Maybe it's just pandemic life, or maybe sometimes, you'll read something and then you'll forget what you read, but you have the residual anxiety.
Yep.
Anyway.
And then I like to sort of cycle back through my day and figure out where it came from, but it doesn't really help me, but I still need to figure it out anyway.
Yeah. It's usually something stupid.
Yes. Tony, hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going all right. Yeah, I'm not part of a couple today on the show.
I know. Do you feel left out? You're just
You really rub that in. You're like, there's two couples on the show.
I know. I'm sorry.
Tony, are you and Jackie, is your shirt matching Jackie's cup?
Yes. And we did not plan that.
Yeah, it
Look at that.
Yeah, we're
Look
both
at that.
wearing our Neiled It shirts in honor of our
That's some synergy.
our friend Neil Mahoney that passed away today. Would have been his 45th birthday.
Oh, I didn't realize today would have been his 45th birthday.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep. So, yeah, I saw like Jonah posting some things about it, and I was like, yeah, I guess I got to wear the shirt today. So
And Jackie's
I'm
Jackie,
drinking my
you just
smoothie in
coincidentally
his
using
honor.
the cup?
Yes, I only have 3 or 4 cups to choose from, and this was the one Ben gave me, but it worked out.
There you go.
I had no idea. It feels like it was meant to be.
It was.
Wait, why do you only have 3 or 4 cups to choose from? I mean, that's a good number of cups. We have too many cups, but did you recently pare down your cups?
No, I just like a plastic big cup for my smoothies. I don't know why. I'm always concerned I'm going to knock them over and break one. So I like a big plastic cup for my smoothies, and we only have a few. We have Dear Evan Hansen and
say Henson?
Beetlejuice, because we both got those on Broadway seeing shows. And then I have my pink Chihuahua cup with a chihuahua on it, and then this. So I have 4.
Got it.
I just want to add that the knocking over the smoothie and spilling it is a very founded concern, so it makes sense to stick with the plastic cups.
Yeah.
Wait, did this happen?
It happens every once in a while.
Hey, I'm a clumsy gal. Sue me.
It happens frequently.
Nick Weiger was talking about spilling all the time last week.
Yeah. Apparently, he received some kind of cup that's like it has some kind of magnetic technology in it where it's supposed to be impossible to tip over, which that sounds, how is that even possible? I mean, I'm intrigued, but how can they
I'm
do
someone
that?
who spills a lot, so I got this.
This
So
is
you can
audio. This is
bigger.
audio, honey.
It's like a
Spill proof cup.
base for your cup. Mm-hmm. And now I don't spill as much.
Wow.
It's like a cup car holder, but not in the car.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
So anyway, Nick still spilled despite the magnets that were supposed to be holding his cup upright. Yes. But they say that you're even more clumsy when you're pregnant because your center of gravity is kind of thrown off. Have you found that to be the case?
You know, I knock on wood every day because I've been waiting for the day that I fall. It has yet to happen. I've been very careful not to fall and bust my butt. I keep saying to Ben, I'm going to fall forward and my baby's going to shoot out of my mouth. That's
boy.
what, like, my biggest fear, like, the force. But no,
Right.
I've been really, I do knock shit over, and I knock over a cup or two. Yeah, okay, I drop a plate. I do what I got to do. But in terms of my body, I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. Our place where we used to live was up a flight of stairs, made it down the first flight, and then there was like a short, like 3 or 4 steps. And then I just ate shit down those steps, dropped the leash. Like, I can't remember if I fell on my pregnant belly and then was beached like a whale. I can't remember, but I know that I like ate it. Scraped myself up, was most concerned that the leash came out of my hand. But Wendy didn't go far, but that's like one of my biggest fears is, a dog taking off. So that happened. And then part 2 of that story was and was this baby number 2? I can't remember. But I know that I had a coughing fit. And I started with every cough, like another gush of urine was coming out. And I was like waddling to the bathroom, trying to get my jeans off, but I was wearing boots as well. So I was like trying to unzip them and the jeans with the urine and everything was like stuck to my body. And like I was all scraped up. So everything was like hurt. It was like stinging and it was just
was this third
a real nightmare.
trimester?
I can't remember. I don't think so because I don't think I would have been wearing boots 3rd trimester.
I feel like I'm starting to get the like pee trickle.
Yeah.
I just read about that and because I was like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's my own urine.
Yes.
Leaving my body.
That's too much information.
Well, buckle up. I feel like this is going to be a TMI app. I want to talk about pregnancy in couples. I have so many things I want to talk to y'all about because that's what Ben and I are going through right now, and y'all have done it twice.
Lay it all on us. You said that you had a marriage. I don't want to step on your story by saying what it's about, but you said you had a marriage story. Tell us.
Yeah, well, Ben and I had a little meeting, and I said, I think we should tell this story on Allison's show. Are you comfortable telling it? And he said, yeah.
I love how he has a slightly pained expression.
I actually don't remember this conversation.
I recognize.
No, I don't.
I recognize this whole dynamic. Daniel and Ben are twins right now. I could not love this more.
Well, okay.
I have no idea what you're about to say.
Okay, well, I'm going to just give you the title of the story, and if you don't want to tell it, we don't have to, but I did clear this with you, and you did say it was okay to share. I said we should tell the crack in the door story. The crack in the bathroom door story. No?
No, we absolutely... well, you set me up to be a dick if I said no, so obviously we have to tell the story now.
No, it's not being a dick to have boundaries. I just don't have any.
I think it's a great story, and I think everyone listening will be better for it.
Okay, good.
Hell yeah.
So where should we begin? I guess I'll begin by saying at one time in Ben's old apartment when we hadn't been living together long, I was butt naked and I think I just got out of the shower and I was like, oh, hey, Ben, can you come get me my lotion? I summoned him. And as he entered the room, I was bent over spreading my asshole. And I just he walked in and saw my asshole and he died laughing. It's not something you just see every day as somebody's just spread open asshole. And we both were crying laughing at how funny it was. So that happened, right? Then cut to now we're married. We own a home together. I'm pregnant with his son. I looked in the mirror the other day. I was lotioning up out of the shower, oiling up my ass. And I noticed that my butthole looked dark. And it appeared darker to me than normal. Now, as you might know, Allison, when you get pregnant, your nipples get darker.
Yes.
So I was like, oh man, has my butthole gotten darker from pregnancy? Is that something? So I went in Ben's room and I was like, I think my butthole's gotten darker. from pregnancy. And then he kind of revealed to me, no, that's always the color of your butthole. And we had this whole long conversation about butthole shades. So I decided that I was going to pull another butthole prank. I was like, it's been over a year. It's been 2 years since I pulled the butthole prank on Ben. I think I'm going to try it again. So at this point, we were sharing a bathroom because our guest bathroom, which I don't know why we didn't think of this before. Anyone out there who's in a relationship and you have 2 bathrooms, you don't need to both share the primary bathroom. You can have your own bathroom. What a concept.
Allison, don't even. Just stop.
My God. When
Stop.
we
Struck a nerve? Have I struck
see,
a
Daniel?
nerve?
Yes, because when we lived in our apartment, I had one bathroom and Daniel had the other.
Yeah.
And so now we live in this house and
but
we have
There's
3
a problem.
bathrooms.
There's something different about this situation than the last
And
one.
when we moved in, before boxes even hit the floor, Daniel said, "I'll be sharing this bathroom with you." Because it's got a better shower and it's
Significantly
nicer.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so anyway, so
But
now we
also
share
our
a bathroom.
Son,
What?
Our son uses the one that's the second one that's closest to the bedroom. And it's just not an option.
When our son is old enough to use the restroom and, on his own, he will have that bathroom. But until then, it's Ben's. And I have mine. And it is what it is. But we were sharing because our bathroom was being remodeled. So we take turns taking showers at night. I took my shower. And Ben, what was the first giveaway that I was up to something? I said something. I was like, "Are you coming?" I made a comment.
So she asked me to come check something out in the bathroom, and
No.
right away the fact that it was vague.
I had said, "Are you coming? Are you taking a shower right after me?" That's what gave it away.
Right, but then you relatively quickly followed it up with, "Are you coming?"
Yes.
And the tone of your voice suggested that there wasn't something specific you needed help with. You just wanted to show me your asshole.
Yeah. He knew. He instantly knew.
I walked to the bathroom, but the door to the bathroom, it's one of those sliding doors.
Pocket doors.
Doors.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fully closed, and Jackie didn't realize, and so there was a very tiny crack in the door, and I could see Jackie bending over toward the sink with her spread asshole facing the door, and I didn't go in right away.
He left me
because
sitting
it
there
was this
forever.
beautiful moment where she didn't know that I knew, and I'm standing there watching her bent over, waiting for me to enter the bathroom so she could show me her spread asshole.
I mean, I was bent over with my butt cheek spread for 10 minutes waiting for him.
Not a comfortable position.
No.
I gave it a solid minute or two and just kind of watched, and I just, she kind of
committed was she?
looking, you could see, she couldn't see that I was behind her because of the crack, but she was kind of trying to listen if I was close or
Yeah.
closer.
My back started getting sore.
I was going to say, it probably was uncomfortable, but it was a beautiful moment watching someone do something like spreading their asshole in your direction, and they don't know that you know, and you just get just kind of see what they're like when they know that they're not on stage performing.
Yeah.
What's the warm-up act?
A peek behind the curtain.
Your asshole.
Yeah.
Well, this is a beautiful story.
And so what eventually happened, you came in and you weren't laughing. And I was like, why isn't this funny? And you were like, I've been standing here for 10 minutes looking at you through the door.
I don't think it was 10 minutes, but it
was. Ask my lower back,
probably felt
okay?
like 10 minutes.
No, it
was a very
was.
uncomfortable position.
It was.
It reminds me of I don't know if that account is still around, but what is it called? It's where people think that their photo is being taken, but the person takes video instead.
Ben does that to me all the time.
And the person's like, "Have you taken it yet? Come on, what's the holdup?"
It's just like that, Allison.
It's just like that, but it's your butthole. Yeah. Now, see, I was surprised, Jackie, that you thought that your butt had been a lighter shade before.
I didn't know. I guess I just never noted it, But no, my asshole is a deep purple, like a deep purple.
I think that's normal. Hence. Oh, wait, Ben's saying it's not. In which case, mine's also
I
not.
wouldn't say. I mean, you're describing it like a firm bruise. It's not.
It's a deeper shade than I thought it was.
Okay, deeper than you thought. Okay,
yeah.
that's fair.
It's definitely deeper than I thought. And I went in the room and I was like, oh, I think the pregnancy's made my butthole darker. And Ben was like, no, that's its normal color. And I was having like an existential crisis. I was like, I've had a dark butthole my whole life and I didn't even know.
Got to rethink everything.
Yeah.
That's a sound drop, Tony.
Oh, there's a ton of them happening.
I feel like mine is like, and look, I haven't gotten, that in there really, but I feel like I don't know what a healthy butthole color is, but I'm going to say mine's almost like a mauvish gray.
Oh, I love a mauve.
And
no,
I would
mine's kind of gray. Mine's
I
kind of
want to
gray.
normalize mauvish gray bungholes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people out there think that it should be like the inside of your cheek or something, like pinky. No.
Oh, no, mine's way darker than my
Yeah.
cheek. Yeah.
Men, what color are your buttholes?
Mine is a deep dark tan because I've been sunning it.
I'm not actually sure, to be honest with you. I think it's in the pink family.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you? That's what.
I mean, Jackie can probably tell you.
I don't recall off the top of my head. I don't look at your butthole way less than you look at mine. I mean, for sure. But no, apparently that's the conversation we had. We were discussing the butthole color spectrum and how they vary. And again, where do we see buttholes as a society? Normally we see them in porn, which a lot of the porn people bleach their assholes. So therefore we don't realize that it's normal to have a very pigmented asshole.
When you go to bleach your asshole, do they, when you bleach your teeth, how they give you like a shade chart and they promise you can lighten a couple shades. Do they give you a butthole shade chart?
I don't know, and I want to know.
I want one.
I feel like there's an opening in the wellness community for some sort of product, someone who will tell you what your health problems are based on the shade of your butthole.
Yeah.
So I went to the eye doctor today. And I was filling out the forms that you fill out when you go to any medical appointment. And I feel like they always give you a ballpoint pen that's kind of drying out. And you fill out the paperwork and it's all virtually the same. And I was thinking what Elizabeth Holmes should have done, instead of the drop of blood where they test it for 1,000 diseases, which the technologies, I don't know that it will ever be there. From what I understand with blood tests, like they have to spin it and it's just like, it's not feasible to only need one drop of blood. But the way she should have disrupted the $7 billion healthcare industry is to just make a centralized thing where you just fill out your healthcare information and then you just authorize every doctor's office, if you want them to have access to it, they can just have access to it. And then you just fill out whatever other information they need so that you do not have to fill out all those questions every single time. Why has this not happened?
I also wonder who is manually inputting all of those papers into the computer. That doesn't seem very time smart either.
It doesn't. And sometimes I feel like they haven't entered it in, because I know that sometimes they'll have my wrong information and I'll tell them, because like my and this actually seems like a big one. My OB/GYN, my doctor there, they have in their files that I've had part of my bladder removed, which I 100% have not. I'm working with full blad here because I wrote that I'd had a cystectomy, which is the wrong term. I had like a ovarian cyst removed, but cystectomy is actually a term for having part of your bladder removed. But I told them this is wrong, but it's still in my chart and probably will follow me till I die. What was my point? My point is just that they're not going back in and changing it. But anyway, yeah, I think you guys together, we should become bazillionaires by suggesting just that they use some kind of software. I feel like
like a QR code.
Yeah. There must be a reason they're not. And I bet it has to do with HIPAA or something. I don't know.
It's probably an insurance thing. Everyone's so worried about being sued. They probably want everyone to
like how they have like DNA testing companies like 23andMe and Ancestry, like they save all your data and they can tell everything about you. You'll get an email every 2 weeks. It's like, hey, you're probably lactose intolerant. You're like, yeah, I am. How did you know? Like they can read everything about you from you decide,
Yes.
you trying to find cousins.
Yes, if they can know everything about you, then why does the eye doctor not know anything about me? Eye doctor professor, bitch. Oh, but I got some good news, you guys. So look, for people who have to wear glasses, Jackie, I'm sorry. This is going to sting a little bit. I had bragged my entire life about having 20/20 vision, and then as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. But the doctor today told me that my distance vision is still 20/20. Quote, you just have to work a little harder at it. And I don't exactly understand how that works, given that these are numbers. So if it's 20/20, but it's just not as good as it was, I don't quite know how it's still 20/20. But I took that win. And I still feel like I get to feel good about myself, even though it's still a little fuzzy. Listen,
go, girl.
I missed a segue before. Have you ever really thought about where toilet paper comes from? For the most part, it's coming from North American old growth forests. And every day we're cutting down thousands of trees to make something that we use one time and then throw or flush away. Real Paper uses fast growing bamboo in their paper products instead of virgin tree fibers from our forests. Just like the grass on your lawn, bamboo regrows onto itself. So they're able to harvest the same plant over and over instead of cutting down trees. That's one of the reasons that I love Real Paper, and it's spelled REEL. So Real Paper, it's soft, it's strong, it looks great in the bathroom. The subscription is super convenient. They also make paper towels, so it's just the perfect blend of soft and strong. It's sturdy, but it's not like rough. Real Paper is available in easy, hassle-free subscriptions or for one-time purchases on their website. All orders are conveniently delivered to your door in 100% recyclable, plastic-free packaging, even the tape on the box. If you head to realpaper.com/bestfriend and sign up for a subscription using my code bestfriend at checkout, you'll automatically get 30% off your first order, free shipping. That's Real Paper, REELPAPER.com/bestfriend, or enter promo code bestfriend to get 30% off your first order, free shipping. Real Paper is toilet paper and paper towels that change lives. Okay, we have a lot of fun stuff.
I'm sorry, but what are the odds that the week there's so much butthole talk, you get a toilet paper ad?
I'm telling you, it's kismet.
Yeah.
I love bamboo toilet paper. I'm just going to say it. We have it here, and it is
Great.
a good product.
That's right.
That said, who hasn't looked at a beautiful old forest and thought it would be a little bit nicer if it was wiping your butt?
Well, I get the sense that you have.
Just saying.
All you guys were so vague about the color of your buttholes, and I just don't know if I'm buying it.
Well, I'll say this. I was unaware of it until the other day. I was oiling up my ass, really inspecting the changes of my body due to my pregnancy. And that was the first time I really took in the color.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to ask Ben about it, because I was alarmed.
It's possible. It's possible they don't really know. But Jackie, have you noticed, and I don't mean to get into like a hacky men and women comedy routine 80s style, but I have noticed that most men seem to be incredibly aware of how to tell what boobs are fake. Like, this is just information they're born with. They know exactly how to tell, and they can like point out, sort of like a forensics kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, well the little curvature there is da-da-da. And so I just feel like maybe butthole color is the same kind of info for them.
I don't know. I mean, we could get into that, I'm sure.
Butthole color or boobs?
Both.
Yeah. We don't need to. I mean, I have a
telling.
What?
I'm good at telling fake buttholes too. Which ones are, butthole implants?
Well, in Daniel's, in my defense, and I don't want to speak for him, but there is, I'm assuming for him, for me at least, hair obstructing some of the visibility of the butthole. So if you're trying to catch a quick glance, maybe your view is blocked.
There's no easy way, and it's really not a journey I want to go on. It doesn't have a destination I'm happy to be at, which is a glimpse at my butthole. It's like, no.
Now,
keep it shrouded.
You left Tony out of this. Do you suspect he has a clean-shaven butthole?
I'm not quite sure. Daniel spoke up about his earlier, so I wanted to include him. I didn't know if Tony wanted to jump in the butthole conversation, but this seems like the right opportunity if so.
Well, I haven't really, I've never really tried to inspect it too close, but maybe this is a little something special for the Patreon people.
Yeah.
Yes! Thank you, Tony. I knew you were a team player.
That's right.
Jackie, are you feeling lots of... Wait, how far along are you?
I'm in the third trimester.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to ask I was going to ask a question of y'all.
Yes.
So, speaking of from behind the butt, I'm finding the only sex position that's really working for us is doggy right now. Do you remember those days, third trimester? I feel like the baby just keeps getting in the way, and the last thing I want is for him to get involved. You know what I mean? So I feel like really that's the only way we're doing it, and it's fine. But any tips in that? I mean, y'all have 2 kids. We all know how this works.
Well, that actually wasn't how it worked for us.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Any tips? I mean, I just found that my body was like very big and not conducive to sex in general. Say more about how you feel like the baby gets in the way. You're worried he's going to get poked and stuff.
Well, like there was a time before it was really protruding that we were just doing, what would you call it? On top, me on top,
yeah, that's the only other option, basically.
But the other day, Ben was like, hey, your stomach kept really rubbing on me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm trying to keep it sexy. So the last thing we want is to think about our beautiful baby son in utero while we're fucking, So
Not the hottest thing.
yeah, so yeah, that's Ben was kind of like, he was very nice about it, but he was like, yeah, I think we should cross that one off the list. I don't think we can do that one anymore. And I was like, why? He's like, well, the baby was in my face the whole time. The baby was hitting me in my chin. And I said, okay. So, okay, doggy it is. But, I'm trying to keep it fun around here. And I'm not saying it's getting stale, Ben, but I'm just saying we gotta...
Oh, that wasn't implied when you went, the sex is fine.
I didn't say that.
Oh, just you wait.
Play it back. That's a great clip. Tony, save that one.
No, I just am trying to mix it up a little bit, and I haven't Googled it yet. I figured I'd ask y'all.
What about you on top facing the other way?
We could do that. I suggested that the other night.
Option.
Because then then your belly's not in his face.
Yeah, I suggested that the other night.
We can try that. That's
yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
Are you having lightning crotch or a phenomenon I had, which was pregnancy orgasms? I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that's the term for it. That's just what I called it, which are where, like, I've never had orgasms in my sleep except for when I was pregnant.
So are you saying you would have a wet dream?
Essentially, yes. But there was not actual wetness. But I would have a dream. I would actually have an orgasm in my dream. It was the weirdest thing.
I've had those already pre-pregnancy.
Okay, I never had them before pregnancy.
Yeah, but lightning crotch, is that when like the baby kicks your cervix?
Yeah, it's like, I think so. And all of a sudden there's like this like electrical like nerve impulse that like shoots down your vagina. And
I've had that. There's a lot. The only thing really bad now is the acid reflux.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it sucks. It sucks
fun.
real bad. That's not fun. And now like my weird, the pee thing just hit.
The dribbling.
Yeah. And I'm concerned.
Everyone, will you have your, you sent one to me. The
Kegel bell.
Kegel bell, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they say to not use it while pregnant.
Right. Because you don't want to be putting things up there.
But that's also because, again, I don't think they want to get sued.
Right.
So they have to say that.
Right.
I'm going to a pelvic floor specialist, and then once I see her, I'll have a better idea of what's going on in there.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I'm trying to pull off this, like, crazy birth experience. So
are you?
I'm crossing all my T's.
Are you doing Wait, you're doing hospital though, right?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we
but-
talked about that.
But
Yeah.
my goal is to stay at home as long as possible.
Good. The hospital will probably appreciate that as well.
They'll want that.
Yeah. yeah.
Is he kicking a ton?
Nonstop.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. How
He
exciting.
likes his smoothies.
Well, a little thing we do on the show sometimes. I don't know if you know this, but Daniel is a renowned baby name expert. He has come up with some pretty amazing baby names.
Okay.
And
Let's not overhype it here.
what'd you say, Daniel?
Let's not get carried away.
Okay, well, we won't get carried away. But, wait, we do have a segment where he offers some baby names, and
It's a service I provide.
Yeah, for friends.
Expecting couples.
yeah,
Okay.
and so he has some names for you, and we realized we have a little song.
Time to name the baby. Name the baby. Baby. Time to name the baby. Time to name the baby.
Who is that?
Those are Smiths.
Yes, I reached out to Morrissey, and he sent it in.
Nice.
So, everyone's looking for a name that is not going to be overused, but feels fresh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's why that's where I come in, because there's a lot of names right now that you think, oh, that's a good name for my kid, and then you start preschool and find there's 5 kids named Sam, or Trevor. I don't know what's popular right now. So here's some no other kids will have. Now, try to make this. Some of these are personal to you guys. Ben, you're a constitutional scholar, so I thought Quilliam.
Quilliam?
Quilliam, like a quill, but William.
William,
No
but
one's
a quill. Okay.
But a quill.
Quilliam, yeah.
Quilliam. Okay.
Because of the time you're having, I like this name, COVID. Some people like tough names, truck, or Batman. Wooge.
Wood?
Is an original. Wooge.
How do you spell
If
that?
you like the DJ combination, it's popular now. I had Vladimir, I crossed it off. Business, like business with a Z. Sturge. Hames. And now a lot of parents like to combine the parents' names. So Benjacamine. No, Benjacamini. Benjacamini.
Wait, how's there's a question earlier, which is how's Woodge spelled?
Oh, sorry. The obvious way. Woodje.
I feel like people would call him Wooge.
Yeah.
Well,
Wooge.
give them something to talk about.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if any of those are family names.
well, Benjacamine is, and we've talked about it. I don't know. It's on the list for middle names to kind of like honor.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I like
if you use them, you don't have to credit me. Just
I like Quilliam.
I kind of do too.
It's really good.
What about is there a way we can put Jamin, like Quinjamin, Quiljamin, something like that? So we can.
Quinjamin.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh.
Might be fun.
Wow, honey. How do you do it every time?
I don't know, honey. It's talent. Just
I'm
slaved over it
curious.
for-
Did y'all play this for your own children? Because I would say they have pretty traditional names.
You think so?
Well, your kid's name isn't Quinjamin.
I suggested a lot of names that I thought were original and fun. They were all shot down.
What were some of the ones that you? Oh, you did have
Ramblin' Nap Chip.
Gramblin.
Gramblin.
I don't know, but yeah.
There
we
were
like
some,
to-
yes, but you did have some. Oh, I'm blanking. I mean, there was Birtle Beans, but that was just like a silly one. But there were some. Oh, well, it'll come to us, or listeners will remember, and they can send them in.
Maybe instead of your carb of the week, you ask your Patreon to give us a baby name suggestion.
Yes.
Do you guys have any?
Obviously, don't
yet?
reveal them, but do you have
Don't
some in
reveal
your
them.
mind?
Well, one thing we've been talking about, and we haven't landed on a yes or no, but doing a sponsored name.
Ooh,
Oh, yes. Smart.
'Cause
Casper.
That's
Yeah.
several and hopefully, many decades
college will be taken
potential
care of.
residuals from
Like crypto.com.
exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say Casper mattress Sheehan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Purple.
Tushy.
Wait, what's the blue apron?
Yes.
Blue apron Sheehan.
Number one meal kit baby. Speaking of money and whatnot, I had a weird experience earlier. So I feel like with tipping, or with like you offer the tip and the person's like, oh no, and then you're like, no, you take it, and like no, and like and eventually they take it, or like with when you split a bill or something back in the days of going out in places like like offer and like, no, it's on me, like, no, are you sure? No, it's on me, are you sure? And you have to go through that whole thing. So anyway, we got bunk beds for the boys, and even though Daniel could have put it together, and normally we would have had Daniel put it together, my friend got the same bunk beds, and she had I've never used TaskRabbit, but she had someone from TaskRabbit put it together, and she's like, do you want his info? And I said sure, and we thought we could just hire someone to put it together in 2 hours instead of having Daniel fumble through it. So we hired him. So when it was time to pay him, I added a tip to it. I've never that seemed nice. I don't know, so I did it, paid him. And then there were a couple screws that were like sticking out, and I was worried that they were going to scratch Elliot. So I texted him and I asked, does this look, I wasn't thinking it was his fault. I was thinking maybe there was something defective about the bunk beds. So he was like, I can cut those screws, blah, blah, blah. I can come back. I'm actually I live in the area. I can come back and fix that. And like, oh, great. I can come back. Are you home? And I said, yes. He's like, okay, I'll be there, in the next half hour. So I said to Daniel, should I give him a tip for coming back? And Daniel's like, yeah, because it's going to be more time. So I, took out a 20. And so then he came back and he did it. But however long we thought it was going to, it ended up taking like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. So it was like very fast. And so then he was going to leave. And I'm like, oh, hang on a second. And I went and I grabbed the money and I came back and I gave it to him. And he's like, oh, are you sure? And I was like, oh. And I was like kind of out of it. And I literally almost went, oh, yeah, actually, never mind. And I didn't. But I almost forgot that I am supposed to then go, no, I insist. And then he goes, oh, no, I couldn't. And then we do the whole dance. And I almost just was like, yeah, you're right. Forget it. It's not really worth it. You go on your way. That was a long story.
I consider myself an over tipper.
Mm-hmm.
I tip in every situation that there is an option to tip. I tip.
Do you ever re-tip like I did though? Because I don't know if I
was going
to
to say I would not have re-tipped.
I don't think I
because
needed to.
You already paid and tipped him for the service.
Yeah.
He was correcting something. It took him 5 minutes. I would not have re-tipped.
I think I didn't need to. I almost feel weird about the fact that I did.
Nah, no one doesn't like a tip.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He's not mad about it.
So you tipped on the app and in person?
So it actually wasn't through the app. It was like
on the side.
It was on the side.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, because he is through there, but she had got him through her friend. It was on the side. I feel like I'm not supposed to say that. I don't know who's going to get in trouble now, but yeah. So yes, I've tipped on. I just gave him a little extra on Venmo. Right. So now does he think I'm a chump?
No.
He just thinks I'm generous.
Yeah, it's good karma. That's why I always tip on everywhere I go that has a tip as an option. I tip.
Yeah. You've had service jobs, right, Jackie?
Yeah. That's how I basically survived my whole life.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever re-tipped?
You know they haven't, and they're like when I used to do eyelash extensions, there would be times when I would come back and correct something, whether it was my error or not. It was not my error, and I don't think anyone ever retipped me.
Oh my God.
And it was a lot of work to schlep my bed back into their house or their office or something.
Yeah.
Or to remove the lashes. I never
like,
got retipped.
even though you don't have to, and sounds like no one ever does, you know, it's still time. He has to drive over and do it.
Yeah, it just felt a little weird to just be like, oh, thanks for coming all the way back. And the X factor was that it was so fast. But I thought it was going to be like another, chunk of time that he was coming back. And also, I guess ultimately it kind of was him correcting his work, but I wasn't sure whether, I don't know, whatever. I don't really care. I just can't believe I almost was like, yeah, now that I think about it, I'm not going to give that to you. But he was just so like, oh, this is unnecessary. And I was like, you're right, it is. Anyway, listen, enough of that. There's something we have to talk about, but then we're going to do a quiz. You guys didn't know there was going to be a quiz, did you? Jackie might have known because she lives with the person who's going to be quizzing us. But
I did not know this.
Oh, I love a secret. Clap if you're excited about the new Manscaped launch.
Oh, yeah.
Today, I'm excited to announce their brand new ultra premium collection. Believe it or not, they're moving above the bikini line. I'm talking about upgrading the man in your life's hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. This is an all-in-one skin and hair care kit for the everyday man. That's you, Daniel. You're the everyday man that covers him from head to toe. Literally, Manscaped is trusted below the waist. Now trust them with the rest. Help him join the 4 million men worldwide who look great and smell great thanks to Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code BESTFRIEND. Look, we're big Manscaped fans around here. There's tons of Manscaped product in the shower. The one that I mentioned before that Daniel insists on sharing with me, even though there are other showers in the house. Daniel smells great. He's well groomed. You love Manscaped, right?
Stuff smells good. They got shampoo, conditioner, they got body wash, they got all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Enhance his perfect grooming routine with their ultra premium collection. This package includes Manscaped premium deodorant, hydrating body moisture, body wash, 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, a nourishing and luxurious 2-in-1 far above the rest, infused with sea kelp and coconut water. You and I are both big coconut scent fans. Plus a free gift, a 3-pack set of lip balm that's made with ingredients like vitamin E, peppermint, and eucalyptus oil to keep those lips feeling moist. A lip balm so good, you're guaranteed to steal 1 or 2 from his set. That's 4 products and a gift inside the Ultimate Premium Collection. All of these products are cruelty-free, paraben-free, vegan-friendly, and dye-free. The best ingredients with zero compromise. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTFRIEND at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTFRIEND at manscaped.com. The only smell you'll want on him in a bottle, thanks to Manscaped. And then I also want to tell you guys about Lumino. Here's something I didn't know. 98% of oral bacteria are good for you. They're actually essential for your oral health. Turns out the fact that all bacteria are bad is just a myth, and Lumino is busting it wide open. And I have pretty sensitive teeth. I've done like bleaching and stuff in the past, and I can't really handle a lot of the other kinds of bleach and that kind of stuff at this point because it just it's a little bit too harsh for me at this point. But Lumino makes toothpaste, mouthwash, and whitening it's a totally new and different approach for improving your oral health. They use purposeful and uncompromising ingredients like sea salt, aloe, and coconut oils to clean and brighten your smile. Plus, everything they make is certified non-toxic. You won't find harsh chemicals or bleaches in any of Lumino's products. Everything is dentist formulated, backed by over 50 studies, and proven to protect the good bacteria, also known as the microbiome. You'll love Lumino's whitening. It only takes 30 minutes to apply and brightens your smile with no sensitivity. As I was saying, no sensitivity. Find Lumino on Amazon.com and get $7 off today. That's Lumino, Lumineux. Remember, it's spelled with an X, so you can X out the harm. Lumino, dedicated to illuminating better ideas in oral care. Okay, we're going to do this quiz in 1 second, so you guys think about weighty topics, but first, a gal chat question for Jackie because it's something I've been wondering about. Okay, Jackie, you know I
Gal chat.
fritter away my time on TikTok, and the gals of TikTok have been talking about a new mascara, and I'm curious if you have thoughts about it. MAC Stacked or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, MAC is not a Natch Beauty approved brand, so I
Got it.
cannot try that mascara. It does seem great, but MAC is on the no-no list, so I cannot give an opinion.
I wondered about that. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
Yep.
Well, I can-
quick and easy gal chat.
Yeah. All right. Now, a quiz. Ben, take it away.
Oh, is this a constitution test?
It's not.
It's not. Allison asked me to prepare a fun and light quiz for today. And so the topic we agreed that would be the most fun and light is nuclear weapons.
Oh, no.
This is a game that I've made of 6 questions called Who Has Nukes?
Do
You might need pen and
That's what I was
paper.
going to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
You guys-
has nukes?
Who
And Ben
has
sent
nukes?
me the questions, and I didn't look at them because I wanted to be a contestant. So I want everyone to know I am such an honest person that I abdicated my responsibility as producer and host of the show so that I could have a good time. I hope you all appreciate it.
Yep,
All right.
Yep, we do.
All right, everybody ready? Everyone
Yeah.
have a pen and paper or ready to write this down?
Yeah.
It should be pretty quick. You're just basically going to put down the name of a country or a number.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll do, I think we do our answer and then we read our question, answer, question, answer, question, answer.
All right. Here's the first question. How many nukes are there in the world?
Oh.
Are you saying like how many countries have them, or how many are
How
in
many
existence?
individual nuclear weapons are there in the world?
Okay.
All right. Who would like to go first? Allison, you want to start it off?
100,000.
Okay. Jackie's holding up 38,000. Mm-hmm. Tony, what do you got?
13.
13?
Yep,
just
just
13.
13.
Okay.
Oh, 13?
Yep.
Okay.
I said 10,000.
Well, one of you was almost exactly on the money, and one of you ended up being the closest. The closest is Daniel. But, Tony, if you had said 13,000, that's exactly the correct number.
I had
wow.
no idea how to even guess at that, and so
There are 13,000, and as this is a part 2 to this, you don't have to you don't have to hit the Jeopardy noise. Which country has the most?
Is this a question for the paper?
It's a part 2.
Okay.
A part 2, and I will also say one country has half of those.
I just saw your TikTok on this, Ben.
Well, then you should be able to get some of these.
Yeah.
Wait, who's
You'd
keeping track
think.
of the score? Are you keeping track of our scores,
I'm keeping
Ben?
track
Okay.
of everything, so I got
Okay.
it. So we have Daniel is question 1A is the closest without getting over.
Okay. Are we going in the same order?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I guess China.
Okay. Jackie says Russia. Tony.
I also said Russia when obvious.
Okay.
I'm saying
Daniel?
United States.
Ooh, good guess.
Tony. Jackie, congratulations. You each get a
Hey.
point.
Yeah.
I would argue it's not a great piece of information.
You're
in terms
right.
of uplifting people's spirits, but that is true. Russia has almost half the world's nuclear weapons with 6,257.
Jeez. How many do we have?
We
13.
have 5,500. We're a close second, and that was not a question on the test.
If the
Is
whole
that-
if there really were 100,000 as I had guessed, these numbers wouldn't be so daunting.
There used to be a lot more. We used to have close to 100,000, but this was several decades ago, and we have wound them down. But 13,000 is still a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going into the second individual question.
Right.
Okay.
191 countries have signed a treaty to allow just 5 countries to have nukes. 2 of those, as we've established, are Russia and the United States. What are the other 3?
Could you repeat the first part one more time? I'm sorry.
191 countries have signed a treaty to allow only 5 countries to have nukes. 2 of those countries are Russia and the United States. What are the other 3?
I can get 2, but the third one.
So there are 5 total. We're looking for the other 3.
Now, does this mean these are the only 5 countries that have nukes, or these are the only 5
According
countries?
to a treaty signed by 95% of the world's countries, these are the 5 countries that the vast majority of the world has agreed to allow to have nuclear weapons.
But there could be countries that have them that the world doesn't allow.
There might be some questions coming up on that.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna do a reverse order now. I'm gonna start with you, Daniel.
Well, I think there are more than 3 other countries that have them. So I'm choosing China, India, and Israel. But Pakistan has them, and I'm sure like some European countries have them too, right? But I'm going China, India, Israel.
China, India, Israel is your answer? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tony.
I said China, Japan, Canada.
Jackie?
I hate that I don't know this because I watch all your TikToks, and I just want you to know that I am a supportive wife, but pregnancy brain, I put China, Israel, Germany.
Allison?
I can't even claim pregnancy brain, and I feel so dumb. Because I feel that Israel is one, and I didn't even put that. Okay, I preface this with feel real dumb. China, Iran, Saudi Arabia.
Iran.
Well, you all got one of the countries. Now, I'm not going to comment on any of the other countries mentioned. Some of them may or may not be answers to future questions.
Okay.
But China, the United Kingdom, and France
Oh,
are the other
I
three
even thought of those.
allowed to have
This is a trick
nuclear
question,
weapons
'cause-
according to 191 countries.
Yeah, because I knew the other ones had them, and I wasn't sure about the UK and France.
Now,
So
they don't
I
have a
left them.
lot. There's a pretty big drop-off. We're talking, Russia has the most.
13.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
How many do you
It might
really
not even be
need,
that
though?
many because I've been to the UK and France and I never saw any.
It's
same.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they do have them on display. I think there's some at the airport.
Have you
They,
been to the Paris Disneyland?
It's a couple. They each have a couple hundred. So not nearly as many. All right.
So nobody gets points?
Everyone kind of got one, so it's a wash. So we still have Daniel, Tony, and Jackie tied for one, or I should say tied for 2. Allison has 1.
Okay.
The fact that I have one at all is blowing my mind.
Y'all gotta watch Ben's TikToks, and you gotta retain them. Because apparently I watch them, but I don't
I don't
remember
retain a goddamn thing anymore.
All right. We have 2 more questions. Now they're kind of multi-part answers.
It's a real poor showing
Question
for yours truly. Wow. Okay.
I sometimes give Jackie things to hold on to. My keys, my water bottle, a tube of sunscreen. Similarly, the United States gives other countries things to hold on to, specifically nukes. Which 5 countries are currently holding on to nukes on behalf of the United States? Which 5 countries?
Here we go.
I want to tighten this up in post.
No.
Let it play. Okay.
I'm going to need a little more time.
Okay, then I will also go in the same order I went last, which means, Daniel, you were up first.
I mean, I don't know if I can come up with 5. Okay. So I've got Israel, Canada, India. I know they have them. Maybe they're ours. Germany. And Mexico? No. I don't know. I can't think of a 5th.
So you said India?
India.
Uh-huh. Anyone else? India?
Australia.
India, Australia.
Israel, Canada, and Germany.
Okay.
Okay, I have mine.
All right, what are they?
I was trying to think of our buddies
Mm-hmm.
/ places that would be nice to visit.
Mm-hmm.
So I have.
Oh, I've got a...
Hey,
sorry.
you had your turn, buddy.
I know. I'm going to write it down, though.
I have Israel, Canada, Italy, Japan, and Greece.
Japan.
Talk about excellent cuisine. It's a lovely vacation I just planned.
Okay. Tony?
England, Scotland, France, Canada, Holland.
Oh, okay.
These
Those
I
are
literally
good.
just thought of countries. and wrote
England,
them down.
Canada, France.
England, Scotland,
There's
France,
one more, and-
Canada, Holland.
Okay.
Smart.
All
Okay.
right.
I only come up with 4.
Okay.
Israel, Ukraine, Canada, Pakistan, and I don't know.
Great job.
Okay. Well, we have, let's see, Daniel, you got 1. Correct. That would be Germany.
Nice. Damn it.
And Jackie, you also got 1. That is Italy.
Hey!
And Tony,
Hey,
you got 1.
which one?
And it is the Netherlands, Holland.
Wow!
That was just a. I mean, they're all a shot in the dark. Who am I kidding?
Look at you.
My sound effects.
Wow.
The countries, the 5 now they cannot launch them, but they are holding on to them in case they are needed for whatever reason, are Turkey, Italy, Germany, the Netherlands, and Belgium.
Wow.
And they each have about 20 to 50.
But they're still considered in our count.
That's correct, because only we can launch them. So they can't, and none of these countries could launch them if they wanted. It has to be the United States who can launch the weapons, but they are stored in these countries.
But why?
Probably for strategic defense purposes, if it's closer to somebody
Yeah.
that might be attacking us.
So you're saying if somebody from America can be like, hey, it's me, I can launch this, and I could go hit the button?
That person would specifically be the president, but yes.
Well, we'll see about that.
Okay, I lied. There are 2 more questions.
Okay.
I went out of order. I messed this order up. This is back to the treaty. There are 4 countries that have nuclear weapons that have not signed that treaty. What are they?
Ooh. Like they're breaking the rules?
Kinda. I mean, they haven't signed the treaty, so technically they're not. But there are 4 holdouts on the treaty, and it's because they have nuclear weapons.
Okay. Who are the bad boys out there? Who are the bad boys of the countries?
Now, some of these have been mentioned already, so that's the only hint you get.
I don't remember some of the other answers.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the original order. I'm gonna start with you, Allison.
Iran, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, United Arab Emirates.
Okay,
How many are we supposed to name?
Jackie, 4.
I don't remember if some of these were already on the list that are allowed to have them or not.
Okay, go for it.
China, Japan, Israel, and the Bahamas.
Solid.
Excellent guesses. Tony.
China, Russia, Israel, Saudi Arabia.
Russia's allowed to have them.
You said China, Russia, Israel,
Saudi.
Who in?
Saudi Arabia.
and Saudi Arabia? All right, so yeah. All right. And Daniel.
Going with India, Pakistan, Israel, South Korea.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe. I mean, but does North Korea have nukes? I can't remember.
What's your answer for the last one?
South Korea.
South Korea?
Yeah.
See, I would have gone North Korea.
Well, I'm just not certain they have them yet. I know that they're well on their way. if they
Daniel.
don't. Yes.
You were a single syllable away for going 4 for 4.
Whoa!
It was North Korea.
India, Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea.
North Korea.
Wow.
You almost got it perfect. So you get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Tony, you got 1.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I got one.
Has 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I got one.
Jackie has 1. Jackie, you got
Israel.
Israel, right? Mm-hmm. And Allison got 1. Pakistan. There it is.
So Ben, can you real quick tell us
All
the
right,
countries?
going into the final question. Very close. We have Daniel in the lead with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct answers. Because I'm giving 1 per country, right? Because you don't have to get 100%.
Yeah.
Daniel's at 6. Jackie's at 4. Tony's at 4. Allison's at 2.
Oh, this is anyone's game.
Yes.
Here is the final chance. There were...
Thank you, Tony.
I gotta sing it better. There were many trends in the 90s. Pogs, flannel, bedazzling your trapper keeper. Another trend? Giving up your nukes. Who are the 4 countries that used to have nuclear weapons, but all gave them up in the 90s?
I mean, if you would have talked about Furbies or something, I would have gotten this. You know, shit. Okay, let's see here.
How 4 of them, you said?
4.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to mix up the order. Jackie,
Damn it.
you're up first.
Damn it.
Unless you need more time.
No,
Then I
I'm going in. I'm just
right.
going in, okay? So for some reason Germany feels very 90s to me. So I'm going Germany. I have Switzerland here cuz we don't hear much from them. They're the Switzerland, the peace. Maybe in the 90s they were fucking shit up. So I'm going to go Germany, Switzerland, and I didn't have time to write the other 2, so I'm just going to go off the top of the dome here. Let's see. Wales, okay, and the Philippines.
Okay.
That's what happens when you go first. You got to have cojones, okay?
Tony, what do you got?
I put down Germany, Italy, Sweden, Scotland.
Okay.
All right. Daniel?
God, this one. Canada, Spain, Switzerland, and Australia. I don't feel good about this one.
All right.
Oh, I put Switzerland too.
Allison.
I don't feel good about any of this
I just want to tell you, there's a huge opportunity to pick up a lot of points here.
for someone else. Spain, Greece, Norway, Austria.
Okay.
Austria was quite a nuclear power.
I believe that no one got anything traced.
Wow.
Wales, really? Wales?
Let me remind you that Wales is part of the UK, which is one of the 5 countries that has nuclear weapons currently, and it's allowed to have them.
Yeah, but it's its own country.
Yeah,
Yes, but it's part of the UK, and UK can have. You're saying that when your question is when it officially became part of the UK long ago, it gave them up?
No, I get you, damn it. Move on.
Okay, the countries are South Africa, which gave up 6, Belarus, which had 81 and gave them all to Russia.
Wow.
Kazakhstan, which had glorious nation of Kazakhstan, which had 1,400 after the fall of the Soviet Union and gave them all to Russia.
Borat's home.
Borat's home, indeed. And the final one is Ukraine, which had 3,000 nuclear weapons.
Oh, I heard
Was
this
the
today.
third largest nuclear power, and in the mid-90s gave them all to Russia to be destroyed in exchange for Russia and everyone else respecting its country's borders.
I actually heard that today and forgot.
I feel like that was maybe a bad idea.
Wanted to end that on a real happy note for you.
What a fun quiz. Embarrassing for me personally, but that was fun.
Can the next one be about Furbies?
Yes, or makeup
Yes.
or something. You guys,
Now
that was
y'all have a
delightful.
glimpse as to what it's like being married to Ben.
Sounds great.
That was so much fun. Thank you so much. Let's say hello and welcome to our new patrons.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
By the way, I sing that song all the time.
I love it. It's so
Yeah,
good. It's so
it's so
catchy.
good.
Hello and welcome to Celeste Riley, who converted to an annual subscription again. 2 months free if you subscribe for an annual subscription.
That's a
Scott
good deal.
Cole went straight to annual. Hello and welcome to Jennifer G. Hello and welcome to Jerry Borger. Pamela Yama converted to annual. Julie Kem signed up. She is at the texting level. Julie, if you now a bunch of posts will be unlocked to you, and they should include the phone number that you text, and then I will text you back. But if you can't find it, just message me, or I will reach out to you. Hello and welcome to Hannah Russell, and hello to John Ketterling, who has who has converted to annual. I hope you guys enjoy all the Patreon fun stuff. Patreon. Jackie and Ben, how was Hawaii? You guys went to the Big Island. I've never been to the Big Island.
It
I've
was
been wondering
so
about it.
beautiful.
Oh, and you also went to Lanai or Lanai or that other island.
Lanai.
Lanai.
It was absolutely incredible. I really can't recommend Lanai enough. I mean, the Big Island was amazing, and we went Jackie planned she planned the whole trip, I should say. Jackie planned the entire trip, the whole itinerary, everything we did every day. But I have to say, Lanai is pretty spectacular.
Nice. Yeah, I have.
So
I had
you
thought
recommend
about
it more-
Lanai before, but Allison poo-pooed it because she thought it was a little bit barren, like not as lush as the other islands. What's your thoughts on that? And how wrong is she? Very, or just mostly?
I would say there's not a ton going on Lanai, but the last thing I would call it is barren. It's extremely lush. In fact, the place we stayed at, the Sensei Lanai, feels like you're in Jurassic Park or Fern Gully.
Nice.
It's in the mountains, so it's a whole different experience. It's like I can't even describe it. Jackie can do it better.
It was just stunning and peaceful and beautiful and delicious food. It was just, the vibes were immaculate, as the kids say,
Oh, are they saying that now?
as far as I know. And it was absolutely beautiful and relaxing. And that resort, you have to be at least 16. So it has a very adult vibe. And we just ate delicious food and relaxed and had amazing massages and just got in pools and sat around. It was very peaceful. And then Big Island was more adventure, although I couldn't do a lot of the really fun adventure-y stuff. But that was more going, seeing, driving around, doing stuff. So I think Lanai is the perfect stop for if you want to relax a little bit and then you still want to go do fun, adventure-y stuff. It's the perfect kind of middle spot.
Oh, that sounds really nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, are you guys both wearing those Aura rings?
Yes, I've gotten Ben into the Aura cult.
Because I
love it.
You do?
I love it so much. I've learned so much about how horrible I am at sleeping.
I kind of want to do it, but a little bit, because sometimes when I wear trackers and things, I think to myself, well, this is a lot of info. I don't need this much info about myself. It's just more stuff to be neurotic about.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way about this ring at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's useful information, and it's interesting because based on what you get, it will tell you, hey, you didn't do this, maybe do this, and it'll get better. So it is a way to help get your shit back on track. And it's very telling and very interesting. And even nights, if I eat too late, I can tell. If I go to bed later than I'm supposed to, I can tell. It's just really interesting. But yes, the nights where I'm up late and I can't sleep, all I'm thinking is, Aura Ring's gonna be fucking mad at me tomorrow. But it's like, interesting.
What? So like, how is it mad at you, or like what kind of info does it give you, and how do you then adjust?
So it tells you basically what type of sleep you got and how long. So it'll categorize it as you got this many hours of light sleep, this many hours of deep sleep, and this many hours of REM sleep. It also scores you based on how quickly you fall asleep. I didn't know this is bad. If you fall asleep too quickly, it means you're too tired, you're sleep deprived. You have to have like a longer, several minutes to fall asleep. And it tells you what, like if you're restless, I guess is. I actually don't know what the restlessness measure.
It tracks your movements and things
during sleep,
and when you wake up, and yeah.
There's another one which is I think bedtime. It tells you an optimal window of an hour to what time you should go to bed. And if you don't get that, you also get penalized. So Jackie gets consistently high scores. I get consistently terrible scores. I'm a C- sleeper, I've learned.
Can you change this? Do you want to?
I can try. I have tinnitus, so I have to deal with like a buzzing in my ears. So I have to sleep with like a noise machine and all this stuff. So it's a little different for me, but sometimes it's right. Sometimes it tells you things to do, and you fix it.
There was a point where I had cured my insomnia based on my intel from the Aura Ring. But now, because I'm in my third trimester, I'm not getting any deep sleep, like literally none. So it's not helping me. There's no pregnancy setting. If I had one note Aura Ring, it would be, give me a damn pregnancy setting, because it keeps being like, we haven't detected your period in months. Are you alive? And I'm like, bitch, I'm pregnant. And also, you would understand why I wake up every hour, because I'm being kicked from the inside of my body. Give me a damn break, Aura.
Right.
But they don't have that setting. But it's interesting because based on your sleep and your resting heart rate, it then gives you a certain amount of steps you're supposed to take the next day. So if you got great sleep, it'll go, great, you need to walk 7 miles today. If you didn't, it'll go, take it easy, maybe 3 or 4 miles or whatever. And that's fun for me as well to track. And then it doesn't make you feel great though when you're lazy or you don't do the goals. All the little meters are in bright red. They're like, hey, you didn't get your exercise today. Get off your ass. But I find it extremely interesting, and I will wear it forever. I love it. And I got Ben on it now. And if anybody wants one, I have a $50 off code.
I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I don't know. I already have an app that's yelling at me every morning that I'm tempted to just take off my phone.
Yeah.
I think you're going to find, Allison, if you did that you do not get any REM sleep.
This is sorry. There's a moth in my studio. Another fan. Daniel's theory is that the reason that I'm always tired is because I don't get any good quality sleep ever. And it's not a bad theory. I do wake up a lot in the night.
Yeah. Well, we now know that you get REM sleep in the second half of your sleep cycle. The first half you get your deep sleep, and the second half you get your REM. So if you find yourself waking up more towards the morning, towards the light time hours, then that is probably a REM issue. I'm now not getting deep and getting lots of REM, and Ben is getting deep and no REM. That's where we're at.
I get my best sleep when my alarm goes off. That's when I'm really just coasting into feeling super tired.
Yeah.
Get ready for that aura to be super annoying because you're not going to be getting any sleep.
Oh, you mean
that
I
baby's
should?
born.
Because it's just going to
Not
be like,
you. No.
Because of a child.
oh, I see.
yeah.
You will have a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a real mess in a few months. Yeah. I know that.
There
But
really
I
should
feel
be
like-
a setting for that.
That's why Ben and I were trying to get to the bottom of our sleep now,
Smart.
because we know that it's going to be a real issue in a few
So
months.
we could see exactly how bad it's going to be.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
months.
But now we at least know that we can function because again, I get no deep sleep, none. I got 30 minutes last night, which is insane.
There's a theory. I don't know if it's true, but I've read this in countless books and stuff. A theory that the reason that you sleep so poorly in the third trimester is it's like your body preparing
Yes.
you for not
Yes.
sleeping well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Buckle up.
buckle up.
Yeah.
I'm so
Can't
excited
wait.
for you, though.
But I get the whole, I've been really moody and anxious,
Yeah.
and it hit like that. Like, ask Ben, I was a damn barrel of daisies. And then all of a sudden I'm like, and like upset and depressed. Like, it really is. It just was this major shift. And I'm just starting to have real anxiety about, I'm happy I'm pregnant. Obviously I've wanted to be a mom my whole life. But I am starting to be like, oh my God, my whole life's going to change forever.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I going to do? What have I done? Like that. But everyone says that's normal.
It is. It's a huge identity shift. I remember
Yes.
feeling very nervous about like the nesting urge. Although I don't think I experienced it as nesting as much as this feeling of like Daniel was building some bookshelves, and it was around like the 7th month where I'm like, I just felt like we need to get organized. We need to get the stuff. Like I felt like the space wasn't how I wanted it to be, and I feel like we need to get it in order. And I don't know. I was the kind of person though who, I don't know how you are with like having your bags packed for the hospital, and like I did not have that stuff done ahead of time at all. Also, I will tell you, and this information is like readily available, but the first time I packed so much stuff that I did not need. I mean, it's fine to overpack, but I really did not use half the stuff I brought. So you don't need most everything you bring. You're probably not going to need. You just need a few things.
I'm a pretty light packer in general,
That's smart. That's good.
but I have lists and
Yeah.
spreadsheets I was given and YouTubes and books. And I've been in a baby class for 3 months now, 2 months.
Oh, good.
So I've got a lot of
Info.
prep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm prepping mainly in the birth space, not as much as in the child care space.
I
but
feel like go
I
ahead.
am starting a child care class soon and a breastfeeding class.
See, I feel like that's good. I feel like I didn't prep enough for the actual birth, and then I felt very kind of ill prepared for it. I don't know. For
You
some
mean for
reason,
the
I just
child.
what, honey?
We prepared for the birth, but we didn't prepare for the post-birth.
Oh no, I was kind of saying I didn't feel prepared for any of it really.
'Cause we did classes and stuff.
Yeah, we
all
did.
sorts of classes.
We did, but I still felt. I don't know. I get that. I think you're preparing a little more. I think that's good. I feel like I didn't start early enough. I don't know. The whole thing. It's a journey. It'll be fine. It'll be good.
It's great. I mean, it's
Oh my.
very hard.
A lot of books.
It's hard, but nature makes you fall in love with these fuckers. You know?
Yeah, that's
So
beautiful.
It's like you're just like, "Gah, wish I didn't love
How
you."
immediately did you feel that feeling? Was it like right when the child was born? There was like some people say like they feel like a chemical reaction, like as soon as they see their child, and everything changes in an instant.
I feel like the immediate thing is different for everybody. It kind of depends a little bit. Don't be surprised if you're not feeling like what you think you would be feeling right away, but it will. It not, and whatever you feel, it'll grow. So even if you're feeling a lot, it'll grow, because there's the part where you just have that like love for this creature you have to take care of, and just the sort of amazement of the miracle of this thing, and just this love that you have for it. But then that little creature starts to develop a personality and starts to become really uniquely individual, and every tiny little way that evolves will delight you, and then your love for them will just grow and grow. It's miraculous. But it is like inviting Al Qaeda into your home. So there's that.
Yeah.
But it's like you love Al Qaeda, right? So
I did a lot of comparison at the beginning of like, Wendy is my number one. Because I remember
our dog.
Yes, Wendy, my dog. And so like Kathleen, who was watching Wendy, would send me pictures of Wendy. And at the beginning I was looking at these pictures and like, not comparing who I love more, but just my bond is stronger with this dog right now than with this baby that I don't know at all. But I also my baby had to go to the NICU, so like I didn't get to hold him right away, and so the bonding was interrupted. But I just suspect your relationship with Chooch, like it'll be interesting. Like at first, Chooch will be right here. I'm sort of holding one hand close and another hand far, and then you'll sort of experience this like the equalization, and then I don't know. You'll see.
I don't even want. I'm so. That's something that's already breaking my heart. Is how Chooch is going to take this.
Yeah. I think you will find that Chooch. Well, how do you think Chooch is going to take it?
Well, babies in the past, it has not gone well. My nephew, it did not go well. She gets extremely jealous. Chooch is my firstborn little girl, my angel, my best friend. We stare at each other all day. Like, we're so close. Mm-hmm. And she's so, so sweet. And I know it's going to be hard for her. And that kills me. But at the same time, Chooch, I gave you 12 years. You got to be the baby for 12 years. Mommy's eggs were ticking. I had to, pull the trigger on this.
Take the baby's beanie. And
we're gonna do that.
Yeah. You might find that it goes better than you're thinking. I mean, I remember someone saying that to me, like, when it's your baby, it's different. When it's your baby, it's different. And you just might find that like there's just some understanding that this is your baby and part of the family, and Chooch will just have this different relationship with the baby.
Luckily,
and it'll go great.
Choochie weighs 5 pounds, so if I'm like feeding the baby, she can be sitting on my legs. Like, she can still be included. She just likes to be near me, on me, touching me. And her and the baby have a whole thing going on. And I know she knows he's in there. And I think he knows on some level that she's here, because Chooch has a level 4 heart murmur. Mm-hmm. So her heart basically just beats out, like you feel it very strongly. And the baby kicks me all the time, and Chooch always goes to the baby. And they lay next to each other, and I feel her little murmur, and then I feel him kick, and it's like they're both like writing an EDM song together, and it's like my favorite thing. And then I told Ben, she always lays with her head up on me, but the other day I had my one of my little sonograms, and the baby is in place now, so his head is down. Mm-hmm. Now Choochie's putting her head down when she lays, and I'm just like, she's putting herself next to him.
Oh, see, they're like siblings. They are gonna be close. It's gonna be fine.
I'm gonna sob every second.
I know. You're just adding a friend for Chooch.
Oh,
so sweet. It's gonna be great, I think.
I can't wait. I want this little bugger out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets so uncomfortable at the end.
Yeah, I can't even imagine if it's worse than it already is.
You guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. Ben, thank you for that quiz. Truly shameful.
We all learned so much.
I know we did. I know it was the light spot in the episode for sure.
Was it that, or was it the asshole story? Who knows?
I just want to say, I am, despite evidence on this show, I am an educated person. I went to a very good school.
I'm crazy?
I read, yes, that too, but I read as intelligent. So it is just very, it's someone else's fault that I have such huge gaps in my understanding of the world and the nuclear situation. And I don't know whose fault it is, but I hope they feel bad. No, it's pretty pathetic. I need to like really read up on something or other.
Well, this is something that we haven't had to know yet. We're privileged in that regard, and now we're learning, and it's great. We all learned, and we'll remember now, right?
That's right. Definitely, that's right. Jackie and Ben. Let's start with Jackie. Where can we find you? What should we look out for? Plug all your things.
Well, Allison, I have two things going on right now. One is Natch Bew, which all your listeners know by now. Every Thursday, we have a new episode of Natch Bew where we talk beauty with a guest. So check that out anywhere you get your shows. And then there's Spotify Green Room, which is very exciting. I'm now a sponsored creator of Spotify Green Room, so I'm hosting weekly live chats on the Spotify Green Room app. It's a great interface. Everyone can come in there. Yeah, and come in and join me. I'm going to make Allison come join me in
I would
one.
love to.
And it's really fun. And so check those out. Thursdays at 4 p.m. California time is my one slot, but then I dip in at other times. So join Spotify Green Room. It's a beautiful app.
Do it, guys. I was a guest on someone else's Spotify Green Room, and it was super duper fun. And I said, I want to do this more often. So yes, I want to do it.
Great.
Ben, where might we find you?
You can find me on my new favorite app, TikTok, at that Ben Sheehan, and on Instagram I do daily 1-minute civics lessons most if not every day of the week. So if you have 1 minute to spare, maybe you will learn something. And my books, my adult Constitution book and my kids Constitution book are both available wherever you get your books.
Wonderful. Daniel?
You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Daniel Quantz.
Tony?
For some reason.
I am on Twitter and Instagram at
Tony Thaxton.
And my podcast, Bizarre Albums, is every Tuesday. And that's it for now.
Oh, and I totally forgot. Okay, on my Monday show, we had Beth Lapidus on. She's great. She's referred to as the godmother of alternative comedy. She hosts Uncabaret. She has a book out. And she was so taken with Jackie's drops. She was like, if I come back, can I have a drop? So, Jackie, could you do a Beth Lapidus in the style of Tony Thaxton?
Yeah. Beth Lapidus.
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 Lapides, yes.
Beth Lapidus.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Such a pro.
One take, so good. You guys, thank you for listening. Check out my other shows, Upworthy Weekly. Check out, that's the newest one. It's the one I'm most jazzed about. Upworthy Weekly every Saturday. Check out Childish. I mentioned my Patreon. And also I've started a newsletter. I keep just smushing my eyes as if I don't have makeup all over them. I have got to stop. I started a newsletter. I'm having fun with it. I've sent out one issue so far. Subscribe to that if you want. To tell you the URL is too long, just verbally. So follow me on social media because I tweeted about it and posted on Instagram. Just check out on Twitter. That'd be the easiest way to find it. So I'm at Allison Rosen on Twitter and on Instagram. And and if you like what you're hearing, please make sure you're subscribed and leave us a nice comment on Apple Podcasts. Let us know how you did on Ben's Nuke quiz. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen Show?